Today's video, I'm going to talk about the CZ75 first version short rail, or if you want to buy it today, CZ75 Legend, because it's the anniversary. Well, that's what it said on the website. I don't know if it's this year or probably last year, because it's 75. And I got my book over there. And we start in although the model was developed, oh wait, no, that's the wrong page. Sorry about that. The armament industry was an important part of interwar Czechoslovak economy, and was a large part of the country's export until the 1948, when communist coup d'etat, when they took over all major industries, was nationalized. Then trade to the West was cut off. Unlike other Soviet countries, Soviet bloc, the ones around the Soviet Union, Warsaw Pact countries, Czechoslovakia still made their own guns, armaments, and all that, unlike the rest of them. Based Czechoslovakia, base meter somewhere, were domestically made. Following the Second World War, brothers Joseph and Franz Koczki, right here, I'm not saying all that, participated in to some extent on designing all of CZUB's post-war. The brothers signed their designs only using their surnames, so it's impossible to tell who made what, who designed what, to who parts of the idea. And we got the CZ75 D01, or maybe it's P. You don't know. By 1969, Francis Koczki, name right here, was freshly retired. However, the company offered him a job in designing a new gun, but this time he had complete freedom of design. He developed many new ideas and innovations in the Soviet bloc. So, there wasn't much talk between the Soviet bloc and the West. This is a CZ Shadow 2. I'm assuming there's a CZ Shadow 1. If there is, I'll put it right here, and then put the CZ Shadow 2 right there. Although the model was developed for export purposes, Koczki's domestic patents regarding the design were classified as secret patent, whatever that means, meaning nobody could learn about their existence, but nobody could register the same design. So it's just a secret. Nobody can know this existed, and also nobody can copy the design of this, even though it doesn't exist. Koczki, as well as the company, were prohibited from filing patent protection abroad because they couldn't even file it in their own country. So there was just a bunch of copycats, similar designs. I'll probably look for a couple, put them right there, all around. Pistols based on the CZ75. And we're going to talk about why it's called, why it looks like that. To increase production, Seska Zibrovska, word right here, Seska Zibrovka Company, or just CZ75. You thought it was Czechoslovakia. No. That's what I thought, but no. Went to Alfa in Eibar, Spain, to get their steel for the frames of their guns. Not this gun, the other gun. This is just a future version. What it later became. But the steel was, that was in 79, but that steel wasn't that good, so they had to redesign. The steel from Spain was kind of trash. Well, not trash, but needed a bit more reinforcing because it would crack after testing. And later, they moved the steel frames back to the Czech Republic, or Czechoslovakia. I forgot which one it was at the time. Was better in another win for them. I had another Czechoslovakian win. They came back, went, yeah, our steel's better. Because of how the steel didn't meet their expectations, and then perfectly their own manufacturing process, they moved the casting frames back into Czechoslovakia, back where it is still produced today. Today is the Czech Republic. The pistol was not sold in Czechoslovakia until 1985, a whole 10 years after inception, when it became popular among sports shooters. It was later adopted by the Czech Armed Forces only after the Velvet Revolution in 1989, and also some American forces, like Delta Force, and some police stations. I'll put a whole list right here. I was kind of surprised. One of the first Wonder 9 handguns having double action action triggers. A Wonder 9 is a semi-automatic pistol chambered in a 9x19mm parabellum with a staggering columned magazine and a double action trigger for at least the first shot. What does that mean? Not 100% sure. Think Browning high power. Think 1911. Think Glock. Well, not exactly that. It's just a semi-automatic pistol chambered at 9mm. This being used by columnists in magazines to convince cops to change guns. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I just wrote that down. And I think that's all I got for the video. This gun right here, still being produced as a CZ75 Legend, became this. It's a lot bigger because I just copied it off of a computer. This is hand drawn. Probably. It became this. It's a more similar size. So it's a cool little Czechoslovakian guns. Pretty cool. And I hope you liked the video. Like,